sure this might work. And I updated the drivers. It was still acting up. Still not coming in properly. Let's see. Okay, sound good. Let me put on my background. I want to change it up. Mm-mm. 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 I'm not feeling like no background. Not right now. I'm not feeling like no background. I'm feeling like reading Revelations. They trying too hard. Revelations. Especially Copper. I don't know what he doing or he think he doing. I don't know. July 9th. It's Revelations 7:9, right? Revelations 7:9. And then I'm going to go up and read from 1 to 9 so it sound better. Since it sounds like I'm reading the Bible, just to make it sound like I'm reading it out of Bible Gateway, I'm going to go from Revelation 7, 1 through 9. Let's get this gospel music playing. Oh, I'm not sharing that part of the screen, so I have to do most of the singing. And my voice ain't up to par tonight, not even by a long shot. You know, I got an old school voice. I learned when I was a manager at McDonald's, one of the young boys, young men, he was like, yeah, you have a really old school voice. And and he named a couple of old school artists. And he said, and you're falsetto. I said, a falsetto. Oh, they were some woke young gentlemen back then. Talking about what they debate about in the community. These 90s babies, they debunked and all. I used to listen to them. The great multitude in white robes. Today is Revelation 7:9. After this I looked, and there before me was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. They were wearing white robes and were holding palm branches in their hands. Oh, look at the shoes they got there. I should take a picture. Y'all wouldn't believe this, and nobody would understand this but my mama. Oh man, it switched. Oh man, that was perfect. Oh man, I should have scanned it instead of moving and trying to make it perfect. Let me see if it'll come back up in the algorithm. It was meant for me to scan right then. Maybe if I read the scripture one more time, it'll come up again. After this I looked, and there before me was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. They were wearing white robes and were holding palm branches in their hands. Yep, it ain't coming back. Well, the little story with the cardinal came back. It says, "As I sit in heaven." But it was some Mary Jane shoes. I think that's the name of those shoes. Now let me read 1 through 7, 1 through 9. 1 through 9. This is just how I feel. Kendrick Lamar type feeling. This is just how I feel right now. I feel like Revelation 7, 1 through 9. 144,000 sealed. After this, I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the 4 winds of the earth to prevent any wind from blowing on the land or on the sea or on any tree. Then I saw another angel coming up from the east, having the seal of the living God. He called out in a loud voice that the 4 angels who had been given power to harm the land and the sea do not harm the land or the sea or the trees until we put a seal on the foreheads of the servants of God. Then I heard a number of those who were sealed, 144,000 from all the tribes of Israel. And then it goes on to Judah and Reuben and Gad and Asher and Naphtali. Naphtali. Oh, Manasseh, Simeon, Levi, Issachar, Issachar, Zebulun, and of Joseph. Oh, and don't forget about Benjamin. My bad. 12,000 in each. Huh? The great multitude in white robes. After this, I looked, and there before me was a great multitude that no one could count from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. They were wearing white robes and were holding palm branches in their hand. Oh, you got people that probably on the other side listening to me read, right? Saying, yeah, the devil know the Bible better than anybody. Huh? I used to hear that all the time growing up. And my grandma said, just because somebody got a Bible in their hand don't mean nothing. It would be sad if I heard someone say the devil helped write the Bible. That would be messed up, wouldn't it? If y'all found out that the devil wrote the Bible the whole time the devil wrote it. That's uh, to the Vatican. This was for Red Square. They all want to help people jump off of bridges real quick. He was the one, not that type of jumping off bridges, mentally, like a mental bridge. Uh, they need to put a declaration out and tell the truth and put it out just like how they doing the UFOs. Be just as transparent as you being about the UFOs and everything else and tell them who really wrote the Bible. That'll do it. If y'all be transparent and tell them who really wrote the Bible. I'm talking about all the churchgoers, the faithful ones, the ones who paid good money to go to school. Huh? I'm talking about y'all being transparent about everything. Everything is out on the table. Everybody's being transparent, right? Huh? The truth will set everybody free. You will have people running to run back to Africa. You wouldn't have to force nobody, huh? I could see people running out of churches now, tearing off their clothes, hauling and wailing in the streets. Nah, you may have some that be like, no, that's just propaganda. And then they say we gonna line up and we gonna take the seal right here because we used 144,000. And then when the seal get on it, they say they trying to rub it off. That would be messed up. If something like that could possibly happen with all this sci-fi, Wi-Fi stuff going on, right? All this stuff they saying in the White House. What they saying they gonna do? Look, here's a memorandum. Y'all know it's important when it's a memorandum coming from the White House, right? When it's a memorandum coming from the White House, listen. Memorandum on a delegation of authority of certain national emergency expenditure reporting functions. Memorandum for the Secretary of Homeland Security, the Secretary of Health and Human Services, and the Secretary of Treasury. Subject: delegation of authority of certain national emergency expenditure reporting functions. Let me, here. By the authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, including the National Emergencies Act, 50 U.S.C. 1601 et sec. NEA and Section 301 of Title 3 United States Code, it is hereby ordered as follows. Section 1, delegations. The Secretary of Homeland Security is hereby authorized to submit expenditure information to the Congress on the national emergency declared in Proclamation 6867 as amended by Proclamation 7757, Proclamation 9398, and Proclamation 6666. Oh no, that's 9699. It looked like 4 sixes. I don't know. You might want to come on over here and look for yourself. So you see, the text that I was reading about the Military Construction Act for fiscal year 2024, and I told y'all it's on the table, and I was going over it the other day. This is where they need to pull some of that stuff out that they talking about over here in the memorandum that President Biden just placed with all this National Emergency Act, with all these proclamations talking about what they about to do. General provisions. Ooh. Look, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm excited, but not excited. I don't know. Who are the 4 angels of the apocalypse? That's what my phone just scrolled to. Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel. None of them sound like my name. So I don't know why Google's showing me that. Look. Should I continue doing like, wait, okay, let me do it like The Sound of Music. I can't be that loud right now. The house is quieting down. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through La Casa, not a creature was moving, not even the massa. Okay. Let me. I, I'm on here and I'm live and I don't have any content right now because I'm looking at the stuff, but I don't want to read it. I don't want to read nothing about submarines and public law and aircraft crew and research and development, all the research and development in here that they say they're gonna be doing. It go to your Congress. They're about to upgrade your bio-industrial. Oh, listen to this. Disclosures. At the time of application for funding for Department of Defense for covered research program, disclose with respect to each researcher who is expected to participate in the program. Oh, I don't think anybody here. I think y'all been participating on the other side. All these military veterans that's running YouTube connects. At the time of application, I knew that Canva thing was a scam. You know how I knew that? Because you know how long I've been using Canva? I've been using Canva since 2020. When I first started selling paparazzi, I made my business cards through Canva. And I said, well, let me see what's about to go down and what this is supposed to be about. Before I knew who a so-so armor was, I was already using Canva. When I wasn't dealing with nobody but Root Word and Red Squid. Oh, and Lazarus Lamel. Those was the three. Wait, and Bio, because my mama say so. Wait, who else? And Amaned. And who else? Before I knew what a HOTC and all that was. I've never done anything illegal when it comes to hacking and stuff with the computers, but I learned and taught myself how to if I needed to. I worked around people that were computer geniuses and learned a little bit and enough, especially when I had that Toshiba. I think Toshiba was a hacker computer. That was what it was made for. But see, you's a lot like me. Huh? We so much alike. So it's all good, huh? I ain't mad. Huh? Because I know what I'm dealing with. Huh? It's a Florida thing. Matrix. The Matrix. What it said? No, I was reading something here. Anybody attached to any of my information, Google don't delete the stuff anymore, even when they tell you that they is. Especially if they have people under investigation like me, everything is saved. I'm just saying that's not me being no snitching, and I'm just saying I said this when I first got in. I said I'm a targeted individual. It's the key. So I hope not. They already said they got so many. My name been used so many times in the what you call it fraudulent department. Wells Fargo had my name with my address and my birthday and social security and everything 100 times, and I ain't did it. Huh? I'm just saying. That's all. That's all I'm saying. The key. Hmm? Intellectual property strategy. Strategy, the Secretary of Defense, in coordination with the Undersecretary of Defense for Research and Engineering, shall develop and implement an intellectual property strategy to enhance the ability of the Department of Defense to procure emerging capabilities and technologies as described in subsection required elements. The strategy under subsection shall include the following: plans for using intellectual property to enhance the ability of the Department of Defense to innovate and invest in new warfighting capabilities, to outpace adversaries of the United States in areas. And dang, I moved my pointer out of the way. What is this about India? I should just take my time and sit here and read this, speaking what they got written. Energetics Program Corporation compound in certain weapon systems. Initial report. Acquisitions. Energetics. Cross-functional teams. Joint energetics transition. Scroll down. Consideration of energetic materials. Find warhead CL2. Limitations, sourcing chemical materials for mutations. Hypersonic testing strategy and evaluation for potential hypersonic test range. Sonic test range. Long distance hypersonic testing, system testing. I told y'all they did a hypersonic testing when Elon wanted that rocket flipped. See, I know I wasn't making nothing up. I know what I saw. It was clear to me. I don't see how nobody else saw it. Test evaluation program element. Intellectual property strategy. This is where I left off at, okay. Within research engineering programs of the department, in the context of strategic competition, including hybrid warfare and deterrence, strategies for promoting and encouraging members of armed forces to create and produce new tools and technologies for the department, concepts and actionable steps for accelerating to the extent practicable the procurement and the fielding of emerging capabilities and technologies. Steps to implement measures to protect against theft and intellectual property, theft of intellectual property. Enforcement mechanisms to ensure intellectual property rights are protected. Optional elements. The strategy under subsection may include the following: identification for how intellectual property may be used to enhance innovation capabilities of the Department of Defense to neutralize the effects of intellectual property theft by competitors of the United States. Ensure the federal research and development spending spur innovation as directed in the 2022 National Defense Strategy. So whatever they had planned in 2022, is onward, forward march. Develop cross-functional capabilities, implementation and the strategy under subsection, and to facilitate the coordination of efforts to the extent feasible. Guidance to link priorities, goals, and investments with respects to intellectual property rights with individuals and entities that are critical to the functioning of specific programs of the Department of Defense, including developing and reinforcing relationships with academia, the acquisition workforce, as defined in Section 101 of Title 10 United States Code, and the defense industry, the commercial sector, to create scalable solutions that are protected through the intellectual property rights. My bad, I'm scanning through because they said something that was issued October 16, 2019. The term covered armed force means Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, or Space Force. The term intellectual property has the meaning given to the term IP in the Department of Defense Instruction 501044 titled Intellectual Property, Your IP Address, Acquisition and Licensing, issued October 16, 2019. Let me go and see what happened October 16, 2019. Your IP address is what you're now considered. You're not a name or a number. You're an IP address. hmm Have you found or located your chip yet? The chip in your body? I can't get access to my. Yeah, okay. October 16th, 2019. What happened October 16th, 2019? I should ask Bard. I'd be like, Bard, and he'd be like, oh, the most important thing that happened was, let's see, October. It's asking me if I want to learn Japanese. No. See, I shouldn't have went here. Okay, no, not the wind calendar either. And here it says Egyptian. First thing it goes to is Egyptian wooden coffins, October 16th. I should check it then, maybe. Understand history. October 16, 2019, Egyptian archaeologists announced discovery of more than 20 painted wooden coffins from Theban necropolis of Asif. What? And that's when they put the term intellectual property out there. What did they release from up under there? Okay, so I'm reading from Congress, the Military Construction Act, and the memorandum that Biden has put out to pull things up out of this money they got to issue and all that, and sign this off and get it going, finishing the job. Well, the term intellectual property, your IP address, didn't become a term with acquisition and licensing until October 16, 2019. And the first thing on the historical events of October 16, 2019 was 20 painted wooden coffins from some museum in Theban necropolis of as if. Huh? What else happened? Oh, something with London bridges. Nah, I didn't do it. First plant-powered selfie taken by Pete the Fern as part of research into use of microbial fuel cells at London Zoo. The first plant-powered selfie taken by Pete DeFern. Wait a minute. Meaning when the photosynthesis system activated, it activated a phone or something to take the picture? Plant life has that much power, huh? What? Look at that there. So October 19th, they finally got a plant. Instead of solar power, they got a plant. Well, they got to use the solar power, right? Unless they do the greenhouse, but they made the plant push enough power to take a selfie, to take its own picture. The plants are coming back to life. The plants are going to be talking soon, y'all. If the plants are taking pictures, I'm going to read this one more time real slow. Huh? It says, first plant-powered selfie taken by Pete the Fern as part of research. Let me see what Pete the Fern looked like. Let me go and see if I could get an image of him. Is he still alive? Did they take him to space? Pete the Fern. Oh, Pete the Fern is going down in history, y'all. Some of us can't even make it to the history books. And they got a plant called Pete the Fern. You got Bubbles in the history book. And you got Pete the Fern. Meet Pete the Fern, the world's first plant-powered photographer. Oh, y'all finna be out of jobs for real. Once the plants start walking and talking, they gonna say, you can't eat me. Huh? Huh? How come I didn't get this information? October 16th. What was I? Now? We was talking about goo and dust. The plants taking pictures. The plants can take selfies now. It's time for me to get off of here. If you want to know what I'm talking about, this is in your Congress bill that they about to go ahead and push forward the Military Construction Authorization Act for the fiscal year. I got to get up early in the morning if I make it to see. If I don't make it to see you tomorrow, I'll love you tomorrow, okay? You're only a plant away. That's why they want to make new foods and stuff, because the plants may retaliate. We worried about the computers. The plants. Ah, and my mama's them, we was here before y'all. How many of you knew that there was a Pete named Fern, a Fern named Pete, that took a picture and ain't said nothing in the community? Huh? I knew it when I've been going outside lately, and the way some of the trees and stuff move lately. For real. I sit and look at the window. I say that tree doing something. Ain't none of the other trees doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna get on up off of you and go read some more about Pete the Fern and see what kind of information I could come up with. Greater light. let's ping Ellen.